I still don't understand why they call them the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. They're not mounted on anything but a car seat.
No, they ride horses.
Yeah, but that's what they used to call them. But
I think they still ride horses.
They're not chasing down dudes that are driving 105 miles an hour on a horse.
Probably
I don't
not.
care if you got Secretariat cologne.
It's marketing. It's
there.
branding. Sorry, it's branding, Jeff.
It's tradition.
There's a radio show in Texas that the guy died like 10 years ago. They still call it the same show.
Bob and Tom?
No.
Oh.
No, the other one.
Which one died?
Kid Craddock? Kid Kelly? Who was it? No. I forget the guy's name. The guy died like, seriously,
tomorrow,
7 years ago.
If I died on my way home today.
Yeah.
Would you call this Jeff and Jeremy in the morning?
Yeah, I don't know.
Please don't. Because I think it's the dumbest thing in radio. I think it's the stupidest thing. And like, in fact,
Jeff's dead and Jeremy in the morning.
I hate saying Jeff and Jeremy in the morning when you're not here.
Because I'm not here.
Yeah.
Well, then don't say it.
But I do because it's
Branding, brother.
the people. And you're not dead. If you die, I'm not saying your name. Is that cool?
Well, when Matt comes in, you say it's Jeff and Matt. I've heard that.
Yeah. Does that hurt your feelings?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I'm not here.
Are you sure?
Totally fine.
Because you bring it up, and I
No, I'm just saying.
bringing it up.
You brought up the conversation.
I didn't bring up the Jeff and Matt thing. I didn't even know you knew about that.
It just doesn't even... Somebody told me. Like, they call it Jeff and Matt like you're not even alive anymore. Like you're dead. I'm like, that's fine.
But you're not here. No, that's the thing. So to say it's Jeff and Jeremy in the morning is very confusing because if Matt's sitting there, and I'm like, what do you say, Matt? And they're like, why is this guy calling him Matt? Why is Jeff calling Jeremy Matt? It gets confusing. It's kind of like rolling on Rainier.
It's got to get hip to the lingo, brother.
A 16-year-old was driving 105 miles an hour in a red Camaro. Not a car to be driving in
red
105
sports car.
miles an hour.
Yeah.
So they pull him over. He pulls over. God, I would have got my ass kicked so bad if I was 16 driving red Camaro 105 miles an hour. I would not drive again until I was probably last year.
Yeah.
Like sometime last year I would have been able to drive again.
My parents would have made sure of that too. It's a different world we live in now.
The excuse that he gave them. He had
Diarrhea.
Yes, close.
That's got to be the number
Too
one.
many hot wings and needed to go to the bathroom.
Well,
sometimes if you layer in lots of details, maybe they'll bite.
Have you ever had too many spicy peppers? And then you know it later when you go to the bathroom?
Somebody wrote on...
dear God. That was one of the worst afternoons of my life.
You know how Friday was donut day?
Yeah.
Somebody wrote on our Facebook page that donuts have that problem with them. Like, they like to eat donuts, but the problem is...
No, not the same problem, because it was hotter coming out than going in.
That's what he said. He said it was hot.
Oh, well,
I don't understand
go to the
that at all.
Go to a doctor.
Yeah.
Go to the
A
hospital.
donut's like the most mundane
Don't
thing.
go to the hospital. It's too expensive. Go to urgent care.
Unless you're on your medical...
That's what you and I need to invest in, is urgent care.
Medical.
Because this damn medical crisis we're in this country, nobody can go to the hospital anymore. You have to go to urgent care. And I want to start investing in urgent care. Because, man, they have to be killing it. Anyways.
It's education, though. People think of it.
So he ate too many hot wings. He had the hot wing squirts, and
what do you think? What do you think? $105 mile per hour speeding ticket is in Manitoba.
What was the posted speed? Does it say
105?
No. What was the speed limit? The posted speed limit. Probably doesn't say.
Yeah. You know what? Isn't that shatter the speed limit? I mean, anywhere the posted speed is.
Yeah. What was I doing? I was doing 95 and a 65, so I got 30 over. Mine was 450, but that was California. It was the Mojave Desert too. It was really. I thought my ticket was going to be $1,000. I bet it's $800.
It's $966 for the speeding portion of it. But then in Canada, like in California, if you're 16 and you're operating a vehicle, you need to have somebody with you, a supervising driver. He got busted for another $203 for driving without that supervising driver.
$203?
$203. So
think about it. It's not that big a deal.
That's a grand total of $1,169. Shout out to Rob Gronkowski.
Well, it's going to be an expensive lesson for a kid to pay.
But I mean, if you're
they should take away his license.
If you're the insurance company, Yeah. And that's like you just ruined it.
Could have killed somebody.
Fastest you ever driven a car? Not been in a car, but driven a car.
I took my Honda Accord down
Snoqualmie Pass?
Snoqualmie Pass.
Yes, that's the way to go.
Got it to 125, and the steering wheel was shaking so bad. I couldn't go any. I don't know if there was any more in her, but I couldn't do it. It was a 4-banger, and it's a very steep grade.
Is that just a long steep grade too?
I mean,
it's like it goes forever.
I was so dumb because that's a sedan, but still, man, that thing could have.
Do you gassing it going downhill?
I had the pedal into it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had the pedal into it. Yeah, I was in 5th gear and I was freaking moving. And then I just freaking let off the gas, and you're going so fast that it's just the compression. It was a manual 5-speed. It just started slowing it down, and then I pulled over and I was shaking. It scared the hell out of me because I thought the car was going to lose control.
Should have just dropped it into neutral there and see what the day brings.
Can you imagine? I can't believe more staters don't sit there. I'm sure they do now.
They do. Trust me. I have many friends.
Huge mistake. I'm really sorry I ever did it. Hope nobody ever does that.
Don't speed.
That's because literally a pebble in the road. I could have swerved, or I could have hit and swerved, and I would have been I would have been done.
I know all the 16-year-olds are all sleeping in, and you don't even know what radio is. But if there's any parents of any 16-year-olds that are listening to what we're saying right now, please tell them about this story and how about this kid is never going to drive again, and that hot wings,
no excuse,
that lead to IBS is not an excuse.
And 1,100 and some change tickets just don't fly.
So that's what you're working in your summer to pay off. And you'll be lucky to get it paid off by the end of the summer. You're Jeff and Jeremy's
Dumbass of the Day. It's Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.